Okay, let's see where we're at now. All right, so I interrupted the last year because I didn't want to go too long, and I'm just going to put it over to another day. And we're learning the Likutei Moharan. This is Torah, number Kaf Gimel, number 23, Likutei Moharan. It has a pirush on the side, which is called SEFAT HANACHAL. This is a tremendous pirush that really helps you understand to a great extent the Torah of Rabbeinu HaKodesh, Rabbi Nachman. So let's start again, and let's go back to this idea. He said, so those people who fall into the lust for money, then they don't believe that the Kodesh Baruch Hu Yachol Lefarnes as a Adam B'Sivakala, that the Kodesh Baruch Hu can easily give a person his Parnassa. For road fame, Achar Parnassas and B'Yagias Gedolos, and they go after their money in tremendous, put tremendous effort. Their whole life is dedicated to getting money. V'heim Ochle Lechem B'Tzavam, and these people, their Parnassa comes with sadness. Kamosha Kosav, not just sadness, but it's depressed. It's let's go on. B'Tzavan Tochlano, because of a pasuk he said, with sadness you're going to eat it. V'atzvos hu marshchara. So what comes out to be the atzvos? Sadness. It's really the concept of the marshchara. Eda b'nei adam niksharim b'ponim d'sitra achron. These are people who have tied themselves to the face of the other side. Elokim acherim, other gods. Choshech, darkness. Bechinas misa, the concept of death. Kamosha kosav b'machashkim choshivani. From the dark places he has returned me. V'alechem ne'emar, on this there's a zahavam nida, and their gold is like menstrual blood. Hainu bechinas avodah zara, that is the aspect of idolatry. Kamosha kosav v'chameinu, like the rabbi says, Zacharon v'rachal. Minayin l'avodah zara. How do we know? Where do we know in regards to avodah zara? Shemitama kanida shenem, that it makes a person tame, like menstruous. Shene'emer tizrim kamo davas. This is like, so throw them away like they were menstrual. Yeah, throw them away like they were menstrual fluid. Let's switch over to something else. He says those people who do business and conduct their lives in faith, they causes them. Now he's talking about really about making money, about your business or your business dealings. Even doctors have business dealings. All of those things. Rabbis have business dealings, especially in politics. It's tremendously political service, profession. He says, but the people who arise above the tivus for success, they actually receive panim de kedusha. Gain the muda below emes, because they strive for the truth. They want everything to be truthful. Kamuva bezori, like it's brought in the Zohar. Hainat tzedek, hainat amuna, that is tzedek, which is also amuna. Justice, which is amuna. Umasik sham amuna is kriyas kan is chaver beber emes. He says, where do you have amuna? This is actually, I think it's a deeper thought. Where do you see amuna? When you join, I think, the situation in which you find yourself, which is stressful, you join it with truth. So that to really have faith, you have to know the truth. Emes hu or hapanim kiyadula. And what is emes? Emes is the light of the face, as is known. And I think that my reading was a little bit better than I did the last time, and I'm trying to improve. Let's go down here I have the 2 lines here, and this is where the Pirush Rahut of Reb ELIEZER SHLOMO SCHICK, called SEFAT HANACHAL. V'eda b'nei adam v'noiftim b'tayvus mamon, v'einem ma'aminim sha'HaKodesh Baruch Hu yochel lefarnasam, of the farness as Adam b'sivakala, that the Kodesh Baruch, they don't believe that the Kodesh Baruch can bring you your living easily. They put all of their mind, all of their efforts, tremendous effort into running after money. their Parnassa, v'heim ochli lechem b'tzava, but when they get it, it's a sad meal that they have. Kamosha kasav itzasav b'tzavam tochlano, because it says like that, you're going to wind up eating it in sadness. Because a person, Rav Schick writes, who does not believe in the Kodesh Baruch Hu, all of his Parnassa came to him in sadness. What is atzvos? Atzvos is called the black bile. It is a very deep depression. Because they go together. When a person uproots himself from Hashem Yisbarach, Rahman al-Litzlan, he brings into himself the shor v'atzva. It actually goes into the person, and it's shor v'atzvos, and the person starts living in sadness. Now, the sadness means depression here. Shehi mar shchor, which is this black vial. To call elu b'nei adam, nechsharna b'panim desitra achra. They tie themselves to the side of the other side, the side of darkness. Sheholchim tamid ba'an b'chashukim. Shemakirim al penechem she'enei lechem amuna Elohim achirim shor b'sochem. So he says that actually they go always with panim chashuk, darkened faces. Shemakirim, it could be recognized al penechem she'en lechem amuna, that they have no faith. Elohim achirim, but other gods, shor b'sochem, is dwelling amongst them. Because they're always there in the dark. Which is the concept of death. He brought me back from this dark mesa oilam, like the people, all the dead people. So he says this is actually could be brought out in the ayin the Tikkun Zohar, which Tikkun Kaf Hey. That all of them are considered when they're in exile as if they're dead. And it says about them, so he says, from the darkness, bring me back like I was from the dead people of the world. Because the galus is the idea of Rav Schick. The Rav Schick says that the galus that we have, that we said shesoviv al atzvos, he says the galus, it all is all surrounded al atzvos, is surrounded by sadness, v'hamrivos, complaining, shemesavet es adam, that comes constantly is around this person, shehitomid b'marashor, that person is constantly in a place of depression. That their menstruance is, I'm trying to find the word, their menstrual fluid, their state of menstruous. The Zahav and the Dida it makes them like a Nida, a person who's menstruant. Because after a person is running after gold and silver, and they make from this the root thing of their life. From this way they are cut off. And distance from many Yisbarach. This is actually the concept of idolatry. Like the rabbis write, they say like this. He says, and this is Gemara in Shabbos, where do we know that idolatry makes a person in a state of tuma, like a nida, like a person who's menstruous? So he says, like, throw them away like they were menstruous fluid. That the moment that a person builds his life around the concept of trying to get money, this causes a person immediately become distant from Hashem Yisbarach, because he's brought himself into nature, the natural man. But the nature of this world is a world with dinim in it and punishments, all different kinds. And if your lot is put into that, So he says, but let's say you do business with faith. Those people, they are clinging to the light of the face of Kedusha. Because everyone who agrees, who believes that everything comes from Hashem Yisbarach, and he knows, this person knows, whether something big in your life, or any little small thing, does not appear by itself, but only under the supervision of he who causes all things to be, known as the Ma'atzah, the Elyon. Because once you realize that what you have coming to you is yours, and that is what's coming to the other is his, that he can't take something away from you that was not meant to be yours. This person who realizes that Hashem is behind everything, that person is always happy. The harm in his face. Now, he has a little introduction here. Let me see if I'm on the right place. He says, Akshav Yikasher Panim de Kedusha El Amoon. Now he wants to tie together the concept of Panim de Kedusha to faith. Ki ein Amuna below emes, because if you don't know the truth, if you're not looking for the truth, you have to be able to look at yourself and be able to realize who you are. Kamuva B'Zohar, it says that the Haidach of Tzedek, Haidach of Amuna, that is to say, Tzedek. What is Tzedek? Tzedek goes with Muna. What is Tzedek? Tzedek is justice. Doing things in a just way. Zel Lashon Azor Sham, and he brings a Zohar, and he says that Amuna B'Shata is Chaver B'Akadin who emes the Chedva. Let me read this again. As I think it might translate it, but it was Amuna B'Shata de his Chaver B'Amuna, at the moment that you join together with it, Kadin Ihu emes the Chedva, then it becomes the love of the love of truth. V'kol anfin nehirin Kadin Ikri Amuna, and all the faces when you join yourself together with truth. V'kol anfin nehirin Kadin Ikri Amuna, and all the faces begin to shine. That is what is called Amuna. This the Tranusa the Kula v'kol nishmazim salkim is chayvim b'kamach yuvin the chayvim bishin. Let's read it on. I'll do the best I can to translate it because I want to do that. V'is vatranusa. I don't know what he means by vatran yet. I guess a vatran that goes overboard. L'kula v'kol, or it's the highest level. Let's see if that's right. He's going to translate it down below. V'kol nishbasim salkim. All of the Shabbos go up. Because people do all kinds of really bad things. Because the bekadim salka ahadim lon barachme v'chasalayhu. We can't make a translation, so we'll see it in the English in a minute. But then ikri amuna, and when that happens, it's called faith. B'lisamuna below emes. There is no muna without emes. Masik sham amuna is kariya kad is chaver ba emes b'mitzvahs nimsa sheikar amuna al yedei emes. Emes hu upon it, can you do it? So he says I really didn't translate this well. So I don't know. Hold on. So I made a little study of this. I'm really sorry that I actually thought I could wing my way through this. But sometimes you get to the Zohar and the Aramaic, it's a little bit tough to put together. So let's read this little blurb that he brings in over here, Rav Schick. Now he wants to tie the concept of Amuna and the concept of Panim to Kedusha, the face of holiness, because if you don't have emes, you can't have faith. That is justice, that is Amoon. Now he says, this is Gemara in Balak, and he says, I really started to look it up. It would take me a while to go through to try to find this pasuk. It doesn't give you exactly, there's a side A and there's a side B, the parts of Balak, doesn't give you all of that. Hainu tzedek, hainu amuna. Zel lashon hazoyer sham. Now I'm going to bring the language. I'm going to try to translate it. He says amuna b'sharta the ischaver b'bat, the amuna, at the time when you join together with it. Kedin ihu emes the chedva. This is the lovable emes. That is the lovable emes that you join together would make amuna. V'kol anpin nehirin kedin ikri amuna, and all the faces as a result of that. They all shine. It's fun shine because you understand that Hashem is in the middle of the difficulty. There is really a help for all of this, like a Lashon Mashiach. Because when a person leaves this world, they go up, and we've done all kinds of sins. It's not really great. All different kinds of bad things that we've done. But so you have to understand that there's a note. Is that kind of the word that he used about the mule that had a note around his head? But let's say, became to become himself, but they have a deposit that goes up with him. But then it comes back after it with mercy and and he's worried about all these sins and wants to do some. And what is this bekadon? He said the bekanim v'les emunah below emes. There's this which accompanies all the mistakes that we made is the truth, accompanies us. That brings us to Amoon. We understand that whatever is going on is Hashem is behind it. And Masik Shaman, it concludes that Amoon is Kriyas Kadis Chaver Ba Emes. Amoon is when you join together with the situation in which you find yourself, and he's been talking about making a living here. Iskriyas Kadis Chaver Ba Emes is when you join Emes together with it. She'ikar Amoon Yidach Emes, because this is where faith comes from. The real root of faith is truth. So he said, "Va'emes hu or hapanim ki yadua." That is actually the light of the face of the Holy King as well. So Rabbeinu Bekitz V'Arizal B'Sod Yud Gimel. He said, but the sod with the secret of the Yud Gimel means Arachim Shetevas Va'emes. And when you get to the word Emes, Hashem Ke Rachel V'Hanam Aaron Kabayim B'Rav Emes V'Avchesed V'Emes. Who can negate or upon him? That refers to the light that comes from the smiling face of the face of love of Hashem Yisbarach. Because when a person believes that there is no reality other than Hashem Yisbarach at all, and that everything, within everything, no matter what, is all completely and total Elokus. This is a completion of truth. Vaz meir lo or upon the kedusha, and then shines on that person the faces of holiness. Kedusha, anpim nahorim, shining faces, smiling faces. But v'toim tam olam haba, and that face is the face that tastes the taste of the world beyond, b'olam hazeh, of this world. He said, translated slightly wrong. V'toim tam olam haba, you can taste the light, the taste of the next world, b'olam hazeh, in this world. And that's the Torah today. I had to try to get a little bit better prepared for the next year. This is just the beginning of this Likutei Maharan. This is Baruch Fleischman and the Tikkun Elevator Call.